Welcome. We are talking about the Iteracare product presentation. And as I always refer to this product, is a revolutionary product that will change your life. My name is Dr. Okere. I'm an integrative healthcare practitioner, and that's my details. So we are talking about an exciting device, which I came across about a year ago, and which is really amazing and has really revolutionized my practice. So as a disclaimer, I'd like to say this, that the Iteracare device is a certified household electrical equipment. The manufacturers did not produce it as a medical device, and so they have no medical advice concerning it. So users should always seek the advice of their medical practitioner before using it. But the truth is, a lot of medical doctors are using this with amazing benefit in their practice. So I always talk about this, and I've been saying this for the past 20 years, that there is a secret healing system. My kind of medicine is different because I am an orthodox trained doctor originally, but I got into integrative, which is like a combination of both the orthodox and then the complementary and alternative. So include nutrition, detoxification, and what have you. And my own belief is that your body has a secret healing system. And this is something the orthodox medicine did not really tap into, and that's why majority of what they do is mainly symptomatic. But what we do in integrative medicine is to try to go to the root cause of the ailments, because if you can go to the root cause of the ailment and give your body what it really needs to heal, your body can heal, and then you get back on track. So the way God has designed our body is that it has the ability to heal. It doesn't matter what ailment we are talking about, except maybe genetic, any other one. Your body is capable. Just give it what it needs. So, but no one is really talking about this secret healing system, and that's what we are here to expatiate. Now, we all know that our body is actually an electrical device. Now, let me take you to your regular cell phone, for example. When you use your batteries for a long time, use your cell phone, make calls, chats, games, and whatever. If you don't charge it after a while, what happens? The energy level starts going down. And once your battery is showing you red, if you still don't do anything about it, it goes dead. The same thing, we are electrical beings. And so there are different assaults and insults that actually our body gets exposed to every day in our life. The toxins in the air, the bad diets, a lot of things around us, the stress and what have you, and all these things actually drain our energy level. So optimally, we are supposed to have about 70 to 90 millivolts, I would say 80 to 90 millivolts as our electrical charge. But when we start getting sick, it's about 50 to 60 millivolts. And then once you start getting to 15, 20, that's when you start having mutated cells that results to cancer and what have you. So our body is also energy and electrical. So we need to charge it, we need to activate it, and we need to optimize it. And that's why it's very common that a lot of people are on supplements, but they don't really see results. Yes, because your body is too drained out to make any use of whatever supplements that you're actually throwing across to it. And that's why we just tell people that what you are just doing is you're passing out expensive urine. So you need to help your body so that it can maximize and utilize the supplements and other things that you are taking for better use. So this device actually helps to do that. And that's why we are here promoting it and talking about it. It doesn't matter what supplement you are on or which company or whatever. This is a device in a class of its own. So what are we talking about? Terahertz frequency is a major trend. If you go online and just Google terahertz frequency, terahertz energy, you will see a lot of things going on. Initially the US was taking monopoly of this technology, but trust China, they were able to break the monopoly. But this particular device is still a patented device, and so it's not yet available for mass production. So what is the terahertz energy itself? It's an electromagnetic wave band between the microwave and infrared with a frequency range of about 100 gigs to 10 terahertz. Now, they found out that this terahertz frequency resonates the same frequency as the normal human cells, generating millions of vibrations per second. If you take a tuning fork, for the science people around that are listening, if you hit a tuning fork and put it beside another tuning fork with similar frequency, you find out that that other tuning fork starts vibrating even without the other one touching it. So the same way, this terahertz wave once it reaches our cells, they pick up that resonance and also start vibrating at that frequency. And then when you have all these bad cells and whatever, because they're now different frequencies, it's able to affect it, either to heal it or to get rid of it. So the terahertz frequency resonates the same frequency as the normal cells, not the abnormal one. So that frequency, the terahertz, is called the wave of life by the American scientists, light of life by the Japanese scientists, and God wave band by the Chinese scientists. And it's one of the top 10 most advanced technology to change the world in health, science, military, agriculture, and communication. In fact, most of the scanning device that we know now, the human scanning device, they are using the terahertz frequency. In medicine, they are using the terahertz frequency for diagnostic purposes, because they found out that the energy could actually differentiate between cancerous cells and the non-cancerous cells. So there's a lot of amazing things going on in the scientific field concerning terahertz frequency. And then graphically, this is what we are talking about in between the microwave and infrared. Initially, it was called the terahertz gap, but thank God for advancement in technology. They've been able to discover that, yes, this is a very important frequency for human use. And then on this spectrum, this is what it is. So there's a lot of molecular vibration, both intra and inter vibrations in the human cells to help. So it's a very important technology. Now, the scientists that were contacted by the Chinese government to come up with something containing the terahertz in 2014 was when he was able to create the first terahertz device. And really was about $400,000, which was out of reach of most people. And by 2017, they came up with the second generation of the terahertz device. And by 2019, they came up with the third generation. And this is what we refer to as the Iteracare Pro. But still, they found out that it's actually, out of reach for a lot of people. And then when the COVID issue came, they found out a lot of people needed this device. So they came up with the fourth generation in 2021, which was far, far cheaper than this Iteracare Pro. And this is called the Iteracare Classic. It was meant for home use. And so a lot of people that had COVID then, they were able to benefit from it. It's amazing. And then last year, 2022, they were able to come up with the fifth generation, which is called the Premium. The Premium is like in between the Classic and then the Pro. So that's about that. Now, unfortunately, where you have good things, you also have bad ones. We also know that China is you have the good, the bad, and the ugly there. So if there's anything that is trending, before you know it, the fake people, they want to take advantage of that. So we need to be aware that there are a lot of fake Iteracare devices. There are a lot of fake devices. And these devices do not have terahertz wave. Now, I'm not just saying it. I actually bought it when I was testing. In fact, I wasted about $500 because I bought different types to really be sure of what I'm talking about. I bought the highest brand and the lowest brand, so I have the devices, and there's really no Terahertz Energy. So number one is the brand name. There are a lot of videos you see, they say Itera, but the device there's nothing signifying Itera. So you don't see the Itera on it. Unfortunately, some of our people here, I'm sure this is only Nigeria now, they've gone to, buy the fake device, and they are now imprinting Iteracare on it. So the fact that you see Iteracare does not even mean you have the correct device. You have to take note of your source. But there are some differences that made me realize that, this was a fake device. But please take note that they are fake and they are original. The fake, it's being created by or manufactured by hairdressing, a company that produces hair dryer. And if you look at the device, you see it looks like a hair dryer. So they were able to generate the heat, but the terahertz, they've not been able to decode that. So the color, the original Iteracare Classic has just one color, which is red, while the fake has so many colors. The technology, like I said, the original device has a 3-in-1 technology, while the fake is just blowing hot air. And the original device has no radiation when tested with an EMF reader. I also have that, and I tested the device. It has little or no, you don't even see any reading on the EMF reader. While the other ones, we can't say the same for it. And then as per certification, the original device has many certifications from renowned institutions which can be verified, while the fake ones have none. In fact, there are some of the fake ones website that they went to steal some of the certification of the Itera just to put on, just to put on their own brand. So the marketers, the Shang, which are the manufacturers of the original Itera, they actually contacted Prive International as their sole marketer worldwide. So Prive International are the only people that sells the original Iteracare. So please take note of this. Now, these are some of the pictorial examples, of the itera. And this was an itera I said I saw, that somebody sent to me. You could see the itera there. But when I looked at it closely, I found out that it was actually a fake device. So we have to take note of these. There are other shapes and sizes, of iteras that you see everywhere. So these are the images of the patented Iteracare device. We have the third generation, which we call the Iteracare Pro. We have the fourth generation, which is the classic, and we have the fifth generation, which is the premium. So it's very important that you take note of these three models. This is the strongest, followed by this, followed by this. Strongest in terms of the Terahertz energy. Now, let's talk about the classic. It's meant for individuals or families, actually lighter. You use for like 45 minutes to 1 hour max. And each session is actually supposed to last for like 30 minutes, but depending on how chronic it is, you can go for 45 minutes, but do not do more than 45 minutes if you want your device to last long. So we said it has only one color, which is maroon red, and there are 3 levels switch. The high, okay, we go into that when we move downwards, high speed, high heat, low speed, low heat, high speed, medium heat. So we'll go into that later in the presentation. And then the power is just 800 watts. And like we tell people, please always get a surge protector for your devices. Our current in Nigeria is really not too stable and it spoils these devices. Now we have the Iteracare Premium. This is also meant for individual. Like I said, it's stronger than the classic, which is the home use. This can also be used in centers. It can last for 2 hours or more. And this is a 2022 version, and we said, and it's just gray with blue lighting. So it also has just two levels of switch, and then the power is still 800 watts, and the price is 3 times that of classic. And then we have the Iteracare Pro, which is a Ferrari of the brand. Some individuals get it for themselves because, like I said, it's the most powerful. The family centers, they can also use that. So it's also bigger and heavier, and it can work for hours. So it's a combination of silver, white, and black. And then there are 2 level switches. There is also the benefit of this one is that it has both the hot and the cold. And then the power is heavy duty. So it's about 1,200 watts. But the price is also 10 times the price of classic. So this is a certificate of appointment that the Shang, the manufacturer of the Itera, gave the Price International. And you can see they are appointing them as the sole and exclusive world distributor. So any other place you are getting this product, just know that it's not the original if it's not from them. And this device took about 6 years of research and development. It's not something that just came up with suddenly. And we said it has a unique 3-in-1 core technology. The product design is patented. They've not been able to decode that terahertz path, no matter how the look-alike equipment looks like. They have not, the copyright company has not been able to decode that. Then the safety inspection report is there, quality inspection report, accuracy test report, radiation report, and then the clinical trial that they did in the Beijing Institute of Science, the report is also there. So what are the 5 features of the Iteracare? We have the safety, we have the identification, we have activation, and user-friendly. So when we talk about safety, it's safe across all board. You can use it for a baby, for colics. You can use it for elderly, for pain. So it's cut across board. And because there's no radiation, there's no UV, there's nothing, it's actually very safe. Even a child can hold it as long as they can hold it well and then blow on the area of discomfort. So this device is certified and patented by the China Academy of Science and Sinochem. And like we said, it can be used on anyone there's no absolute contraindication, but there are some warnings that we'll talk about later. So these are the 62 clinical tests report that was issued by the Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. And this was what they discovered, that when it comes to inflammation had a 5-star. And from what we know about those that have chronic diseases, inflammation is the bedrock. So if you can get rid of inflammation, you find out that half of your problem is actually solved. Is it cancer? Is it arthritis? Any of the itis, the baseline there is inflammation. And therefore, comprehensive health quality. In medicine, we always say you are apparently well, which means the fact that you are not visibly sick does not really mean that you are well, So we need to take care of ourselves, even for management when it comes using this device, not necessarily waiting for when we are sick. For malignant tumor, you got a 4-star because like I said, the frequency that comes from this device is not the same frequency as the bad cells. So they either get rid of the cells or they make sure that the cells get back to being normal. So for viruses, heat inactivates virus. So when you use this device, you're actually inactivating virus, no matter what it is. So a lot of people use it for hepatitis, for any kind of viral ailment. Very, very good for respiratory tract infection. Very, very good. Diabetes, neuropathy, nephropathy, most of these diseases and their complications, this product actually helps. This product actually helps. And I've used it for so many of these cases with very good results. Now we talk about penetration. The beauty of this device is that it can go 20 to 30 centimeters deep into the body. And so it's able to penetrate into the bone marrow, micro blood vessels, capillaries. It enhances microcirculation, eliminates water retention in our body. It's able to penetrate into the bone marrow, generate stem cells to go to areas where repair is needed. So it's really an amazing device. You can imagine you taking your tape rule and then measuring 30 centimeters. That is to show you how deep that it can go. And because there is heat, it's able to open up all the blood vessels, because the majority of the ailments, there is actually stagnation and sluggishness in circulation. So this is able to open these things up, allow nutrients to get to where they're supposed to get to, and allow toxins to get out of the body. So it's really amazing. Another feature we said is identification. So it actually strengthens the healthy cells. Like I said, you don't really need to be sick. It's able to repair damaged cells, so thus liquefying unhealthy cells. It unblocks passages, vessels, and also does detoxification. So it's very, very amazing. Like I just explained, once it opens up the channel, it's able to get rid, get these things to be out of your body. So activation regulates the body temperature, improves your immune system. Activates weak and inactive cells. So for those sleeping cells, if you remember what I said, it activates the dormant cells. Dormant cells are sometimes referred to as the stem cells. So it activates them and allows them to go to areas where it is needed. So, and we have, last but not the least, user-friendly. Like I said, everybody, it's very easy to join, to use. Anybody, elderly, young person, no professional skills needed. Just blow on the affected and uncomfortable areas. So 1 hour of Iteracare therapy is equal to about 10 times of acupuncture, 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, 40 times of massage. That's all. So it's very, very potent. It's very, very effective. Now, the Iteracare is suitable for various inflammations. We have rhinitis, which is like issues with your respiratory tract, pharyngitis, like sore throat. For ulcers, you just take a lot of Terahertz water, gynecological inflammation, prostate issues, various pain. Chinese medicine believes that when you have pain, it means there's a blockage. So this opens up the channels, open up all the blockages. So most pain, in fact, that's one of the easiest way you can confirm that the terahertz work, because from the first application, at least the client gets 50 to 80%, reduction in pain when they first come to, even on the first visit. It is that amazing. So we have shoulder, neck pain, joint pain, lower back pain, headache, dysmenorrhea, sciatica. There was a lady that came to me, today is Saturday, on Wednesday, with so many complaints. And then she just had one session. And I saw her the following day. I think she also had sleeping issues. She had issues with hemorrhoids. She had issues with, so many things. And then by the time I saw her on Thursday, I was like, "Amma, how did you feel with the therapy?" He said, "I slept like a baby." She was just, so happy, giving all sorts of testimonies. I said, "Okay, that's good. So we will still see you on Friday." So just one therapy, you find out that a lot of people have good testimonies to share, good testimony. And then for lymphatic blockage, it actually helps to open up the lymphatics. Varicose veins, amazing testimonies. Weight loss, amazing testimonies. I was able to lose about 3 centimeters off my waistline, using this for like five sessions, and then insomnia, it helps me sleep like a baby, and a lot of people have that same testimony. Diabetes, high blood pressure, it helps. So it helps to reduce. In fact, there was a pharmacist that was sharing, maybe I'll get a video recording of, for somebody that she said had hypertensive crisis. I think the BP was about 200 and something, over 100 and something. And then after using it for, like, in fact, they were just about to rush the person to the hospital. When she now said, "Oh, hold on, I think I have something that can help." And then she did the therapy like once or twice. I have to be sure of that. And then the BP really came down, and she was so impressed that, so she's even had this device, but she didn't really know the potential. So it's really amazing. Like I tell people, to have this device like a first aid in your house. So for various skin issues, acne, scar, blemishes, anti-aging, beauty, various skin diseases, because this device, this is able to reduce the inflammatory proteins in under the skin. And remember the depth of what we're talking about. So you find out that for a lot of ailments like psoriasis, vitiligo, diseases that ordinary medical orthodox medicine doesn't even have a solution for, when you use this design consistently for months, you find out that the patient actually start healing. Like I said, it's the body that has the ability to heal once you give it what it needs, sorry. So it's not recommended for pregnant women. Now, not as if it's bad for the fetus, but because, some congenital anomalies may be missed during pregnancy, because, well, depending on the kind of ultrasound scan they are using. Here, a lot of hospitals use 2D, 3D, so sometimes some of this may be missed. And then, if they now give birth and they find out that something is wrong with the child, they may not feel, okay, maybe it's the device. And then for menstruation, because heat will help to open up the blood vessels, if you remember what we said, and then by opening up blood vessels means there'll be more bleeding. So we don't recommend using during menstruation. But for those that have menstrual pain, we advise you use for them, because even from the first therapy, they found out that the pain is gone. So for acute diseases, sometimes there can be worsening or exacerbation of the acute disease. So we always prefer to allow the acute phase to pass before you start using it, so that not many people will be able to tolerate having extra pain, to what they are complaining about. Now, for people with congenital heart diseases, we advise you just allow them hole in the heart, pacemakers, or any kind of implants. Don't treat that particular place. You can treat any other part of the body. Give them the Terahertz charged water to drink, but avoid that particular area that they have the issue. And then objects implanted, like fracture wounds, that maybe they have some things there, any kind of pins or whatever it is. We don't, because heat can cause expansion, and we really don't want anything dislodging. Or people that have stents, we don't want anything dislodging. So just avoid that area where any surgery or any artificial objects are present. And then when we talk about open wounds, especially when they are bleeding, but when they no longer bleed, you can use the device. It helps the healing to be very, very, very rapid. I had a patient that had cesarean section. I didn't even know about it until 2 weeks later, and apparently the wound had broken down and became septic. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is a very serious infection, either Pseudomonas or Klebsiella, because I was seeing a greenish tinge. So I just told her, okay, let's clean up this wound and let's start using the Itera. In fact, they had the Itera, but they didn't even think of using it. I said, look, let us use this 2 times daily, and then let us clean it up. And you'll be shocked at the result. I'll post the pictures of the wound healing. In fact, the middle part was so deep, because she's had a previous CS, was so deep that you could put your finger inside. And the husband, I remember, was just asking her, can that place heal? Can it really heal? I'm like, so I just sit down and watch the magic. And really, when the magic happened, he was shocked. And really, you will not see any scar in that area. I'll post the picture very, very soon. But it's really amazing, and actually helps in a lot of wound healing. And the other doctor, Akinkoye, he is using it a lot on his patients and getting amazing results. After CS, straight from the 3rd day to the 5th day, he starts using the device and is getting amazing results. So precaution with products use. We said that the Iteracare device is not for extended use. Usually, each session should last for just 30 minutes, and then that should be the end of the session. Then the air inlet and outlet, please you ensure that it is kept free. Don't block anything. Don't allow dust, and keep it clean. Don't allow dust to enter. Now, the power cord, we always advise, preferably tape it to the body, so that you don't, your excitement of blowing the thing up and down, you are shaking it vigorously, it may detach from any of the circuits. So just tape it down to your device. And I always advise, please, like I said earlier on, get a surge protector, especially if you are using the device in Nigeria. Get a surge protector, and do not pull out the cord when you're unplugging. So please, we have to handle this device like a baby. Don't throw it anyhow. There's a crystal glass tube here, which is where the Terahertz energy is impregnated using quantum physics. Please, if it breaks, that's the end of your device, and the warranty does not cover that. So handle your device with care and allow the device to cool completely before storing it back in the box. So if you're able to do this, your device should be able to last for a very long time, even up to 5 years. So what are the possible side reactions when you use the Itera device? Everyone is different. I've had just very few patients, maybe like 3 or 4 out of the up to 1,000 that I've seen that come with side reactions, and some complaints of increase in pain, maybe a previous part that they've even forgotten that they had an issue with. Yes, I said it's possible because now there is improving circulation to that place. All the nerve endings are now erect. So the body now wants to heal that old wound. So sometimes you can have increase in the pain in where you have the injury. It's normal. And then you could also have itching. It's still part of the healing process. You could have redness. It's part of the healing process. So any kind of reaction. Now, I tell people, if you are suffering from any serious healing crisis, the best thing I advise is that you can take a break for like 1 or 2 days and then increase your water intake. That's the terahertz charged water. Increase the intake. And then, assuming you are doing your treatment for like 30 minutes, reduce it to like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And after like a week, you gradually increase. You find out that your body has normalized. Normally, it takes about 1 to 2 weeks and your body normalizes. So there's no serious side effect that should stop you from using your device. Like I said, it's very safe for children that have colics. And within 5-10 minutes, you find out that the children are happy. Babies for that matter. So after therapy for fast recovery and healing, do not consume cold water, do not eat cold food or raw, because we've just done like a heat therapy apart from the terahertz, and we don't want to take cold water or something that will just kill what you have just done. So that's where that comes from. So how do you use the device? We said there are 3 modes for the classic. This is the common one, which is used for home use. But like I always say, for institutions and hospitals, gyms and places that you have high traffic, it's better you go for the premium or the pro, because this, after 1 hour or 45 minutes, you have to wait for it to cool down, which can take another 1 hour or 2 hours. So if you have a crowd of 10 people, you cannot be telling them that, okay, wait, let this device cool down. No, I use more of the pro in my clinic. So there's people you have pro, some even had 4 classics and then they have to add the pro, some have to add the premium. So if it's any institution or any establishment that you have higher traffic, please, you go for the premium or the pro. So there are 3 modes. You have the high speed medium heat. That's the first mode 1. You have the low speed low heat, which is what you use for babies and for the face. And then you have the high speed high heat. That's what you use for the deeper organs. So like what you do, you can start with the first mode, which is high speed medium heat. And then maybe after about 5-10 minutes, you can now move to high speed high heat. Usually just take there for like 10 minutes and then go back to high speed medium heat. Most people tolerate mode 1 better than mode 3. So because that's mode 3 is really hot, really hot. So what is the treatment procedure? You need to drink your terahertz treated water before treatment. Very important. Our body is mainly water, and so we have to take care of the water we are drinking. So once you drink your water, you now blow on the skin area where you wish to treat, either in lines or in cycles. So depending on the area, you know how to blow. And then you hold the blower at a comfortable distance. Please, this is very important because our intention is not to burn the person, but to help the person. So the person, you must not feel that heat before you know that, yes, the treatment is working. Remember, it is not mainly about the heat therapy, it's mainly the terahertz frequency that we are more concerned about. But the heat part of it is just to open up the vessels and then the the area around that place, just to improve circulation. So if it's like in cases of diabetic neuropathy or people that have peripheral neuropathy that have decrease in sensation, that you are treating, please put your hand there to be sure that it's not over over hot, because for those people, they have reduction in the sensitivity of that area. So even when something is burning them, they cannot tell. So please always put your hand there, you that you are treating, to be sure of, what you are doing. So you need to focus on the localized area for 15 to 20 minutes at a time. What are we saying? Once you finish the basic therapy, which I will still talk about soon, you focus on the area of concern, which means if it's fatty liver, you focus on that area. If it's issue with the kidney, you go to the kidneys, focus on it for 15 to 20 minutes. If it's issue with arthritis of the knee, focus on that knee for 15-20 minutes. So internal diseases are treated by focusing on a number of anatomical or acupuncture points. So if you anatomical points, if you're not sure, go to Google. Google will tell you where your liver is, where your kidney is, where your knee is. Any area you don't know, your spleen, the Google will tell you, all acupuncture points. There are some points there, it is in presentation. You can just get back to the person that invited you. If you want for treatment, you can go through the videos. You will see for specific areas what treatment, gynecological issues, these are the acupuncture treatment points that you can treat. But like I said, if you don't know anything about the acupuncture, anywhere you're feeling discomfort, just blow and it will work for you. So for best effect, treatment should be carried out for 5 to 15 days, preferably consecutively, because one treatment will build on another treatment, will build on another treatment. But if the person cannot come, maybe the person is far away, at least 3 times in a week, 3 to 4 times if they have to come to your practice. But it's always better you do your treatments 2 to 3 times in a day. You get faster results, at least 4 hours apart. So consecutively is better. Don't do it once in a week and expect to get any results. No, it doesn't work that way. And then you now drink the Terahertz treated water after treatments. So that's why we advise the person is far away. If they can afford it, you buy. Because like I always tell people, health is expensive, but try sickness. It's not the same. So no matter the kind of sickness, this device is going to help you, and it's good for first aid. Now, how do you blow? Remember what we said? You either blow in cycles or you blow in straight line. So you go left to right, up and down, or circle motion. So this is just graphically what I just said earlier on. You drink your 2 glasses of warm Terahertz charged water. You blow your hands, the 2 parts of the hand. This is the basic therapy we're talking about. Then you go to the feet. You blow it for like 1 to 2 minutes. Go to the hand, 1 to 2 minutes. Go to the feet, 1 to 2 minutes. Then go to the back of the spine. You do another 2 minutes to 5 minutes there. And then if you want to go down, you go down. And then you now concentrate on the area of concern. So once you finish that, you can now drink your Terahertz charged water. Now, why are we very interested in the spine? Remember, a lot of things are going on in the spine. A lot of things are going on in the spine. Most of the spinal nerves that supplies all your organs comes from the spine. So they can be activated. They can be, the nerve conduction can be improved. In case one area is not working properly, by blowing on your spine, it can be, rejuvenated. And then on these different spinal levels, there are some symptoms that happens when there is a problem at that level. So if my diagram is clear, you can always look at it. See one, if there's an issue there, you have headache, migraine. So that's why it's very, very important. And then we also have a lot of stem cells, that is originating from the spinal column. So we need to blow there. Very, very important. It's not an option, please, if you want good results. Now, water therapy. Remember, we said our body is 70 to 80% of water. Some organs are even more. So taking care of your water going in your body is very, very important. A lot of people are suffering from chronic dehydration, which is responsible for a lot of ailments, arthritis, asthma, constipation, so many things. Is mainly because of chronic dehydration as the root cause. So the Iteracare portable heat therapy device can, number one, change the molecular structure of the water. Most of our water is not the water that came from the original source. There is a man that spoke about water some years ago. He's late now. He's called Professor Masaru Emoto. If I need to check out his name, he was the president of International Water Foundation for Life. There's a 1 hour video I was watching. I was like, how is he talking about water? You know, water is really amazing. Water has memory. A lot of things go on with this water. So we need to really take care of the water. So it actually changes the molecular structure of water to a linear form whereby it can easily penetrate into your cells. So it helps in restoring the cell's vitality, increase oxygen level. It helps to allow more oxygen to enter into your cells and get rid of toxins. So you need to drink your Terahertz charged water for a healthier you. And this is what we are talking about. A lot of people, there's a test we do here, which you can also check online, called the live blood analysis. You know, once a lot of people, you take a sample of their blood and you check it under a special microscope, you see them clumping together. In medicine, we refer to that as the roulet formation, stack of coin, you know. So when you have this, a lot of the patients will complain of fatigue because these cells, the surface tension, the surface area of the cells are reduced because of the stacking. So oxygen, nutrients cannot diffuse into the cells. But once you take your structured water, you see the cells becoming beautiful. They are separated, you know, they are separated. So this is why oxygen can go in, nutrients can go in, the toxins can come out. And this is what we are saying. It converts the water structure to linear form and it comes out beautiful. So it reduces the surface tension of water and that's why it's able to penetrate easily into your body. And what does it need? Just about 1 to 2 minutes to structure your water. If you are using up to 5 liters water container, which we advise for families, you know, it just 5 minutes has energized your water. And there are 2 other linear water structuring devices in the market. When I was doing my research, I saw one for about $1,800. And that one can only restructure about 350 mils of water at a time. And with our device, you can even do 10 liters or 20 liters, you know, in a very short time. So after entering your body, the Iteracare linear structured terahertz water continues to resonate with your cells and transport more of the nutrients and oxygen that are beneficial to your body. So you actually have a supercharged hydration. Very, very interesting. So what are the benefits of drinking terahertz charged water? It enters a direct entry into your cells. You know, like I said, the linear reduced surface tension, it enters. And the first thing is, you notice, mainly you finish your therapy, you want to wee or you want to poo. You know, that's to tell you that something is getting out and you feel refreshed. So it helps the body the cells to absorb better the nutrients, accelerates metabolism, enhances the vitality of the human body, lowers the blood viscosity, like I showed you in the what you see under the microscope, helps in detoxification, energizes the cells. Remember what we said about resonance when we started. Repairs body cells and rejuvenates body cells. Very important. And that's why you see people that use it. It has anti-aging properties. You find out that they look younger. Most of the wrinkles and everything, they go off. So it's really, really amazing. Stretch marks go off. It's really amazing. So in summary, the active terahertz energy light waves can penetrate 20 to 30 centimeters of the human body. Manual massage can only do 2 to 3 centimeters. General instruments can reach 6 to 7 centimeters. For the 20 to 30 centimeters is huge. So it can quickly dredge the meridians, lymphatic nodes, improve circulation, expel coldness and dampness. Amazing. And if you have itching, within 3 minutes, it's able to relieve the itching, 10 minutes to relieve pain, 20 minutes to clear meridians and collaterals. High temperature kills the abnormal cells, repairs damaged cells, and clears blockages. And this terahertz frequency has an amazing recognition pattern. It's able to distinguish between normal cells and get rid of the abnormal cells. And so it actually helps the body to activate its own self-healing mechanism. And that's what we are saying. So it actively finds and eliminates bad cells, actively finds and protects good cells. In summary, that is what it does. So like I always say, our mission is one Iteracare per household, bringing hope to every home. That's our mission for Nigeria, because a lot of people, by the time they are getting to the hospital, things are already very, very late. And this was like my heart cry concerning my patients. How can I help them even when they don't come to the hospital? That was my heart cry. So this device just came as an answer to one of my prayers to God. And for everyone that has this device, it has been a lifesaver. And they've been able to use it to help other people. So my hope, my wish is that one Itera at least get into every household, because you can use it for various things. Most importantly, it can help your body to heal itself. So there are a lot of testimonies, a lot of testimonies. I've just shared some within my presentation. You know, we had a testimonial time, I think 2 weeks ago. We are still compiling. a lot of testimonies, from goiters to wound healing, to arthritis, to diabetic neuropathy, to insomnia, to eczema, just name it. Lipoma, there's a case I'm handling now, it's almost 50% gone. Just name it. So it's really an amazing product. It's really an amazing product. So please, you just get back to the person that invited you, and then we take it from there. So thank you very much for listening, and I'd like to open up if you have any questions.